So today we're going to start a build series on our sawmill project for the Silverado Timber Company. Okay guys, so here's the overall idea that I had. I built these 3 skeleton log cars in another video. They're going to service this log mill. I'm going to put a log rack here, so when they come in, there's a turnout that'll service the sawmill. The logs can get unloaded here. I'm going to use a section of HO scale track inside the sawmill that the sled will set on, so they can pull a log up onto the sled and run it through. There'll be a saw in here. I'm going to put a donkey steam engine back here that the whole thing runs off of. We're going to detail the heck out of it with chains hanging up, turnbuckles, saw blades, barrels, you name it, it's going to be on here. There's going to be some freshly cut lumber here ready to load out onto flat cars. So this is a dual purpose as far as an industry on our layout. The other thing I'm going to do, I've seen people spend a lot of time detailing this where they have moving parts, and those are super cool. But I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to go super detailed, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Bluetooth speaker up here, and I'm going to put some lighting effects. And I'm hoping that between the lighting effects and all the detail, and then when your ears pick up the sound of stuff moving, that it makes everything work in the theater of your mind. So the first thing I did is drew the footprint of the sawmill out to scale on a piece of poster board. I then transferred those measurements onto a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, cut it out, holding back 3/8 of an inch all the way around the perimeter. I used another piece of poster board to draw out the bents that we're going to use for our post and beam construction to scale. I'm building these out of 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch stock. I milled all of the lumber for our post and beam construction from a cedar fence plank that I had and ripped it down to scale on my table saw. I used exterior grade wood glue and pin nails to assemble the post and beam construction for the walls. Once I had both wall sections assembled, I secured them to the base using wood screws. Be sure to pre-drill your holes. So next I worked to assemble and install the 4 big trusses for the roof structure, being sure to install them over the posts on our post and beam construction for the walls. Alright guys, so I finished up the post and beam construction for the main part of the structure here. I used the Titebond 3 Ultimate Wood Glue and pin nails at all of the joints. I also used the Titebond 3 Wood Glue and pin nails to put together the heavy duty beam trusses and got all 4 of those set. I'll come back on the 2 gable ends and add a little bit more bracing with some beams just to give it a little bit more detail, because those will be seen. So next I'm going to cut some rafters to fill in these 2 sections here, and then we'll get those set. So I constructed the top loft out of just 1/4 inch plywood, and I'll finish this out siding wise with some craft sticks to give it a batten board look. The roof is just 1/4 inch plywood again, same as down below, and then I'll use craft sticks to put a trim piece on this rake, and then again on the eaves before I use corrugated metal that I'll make from pop cans and run them through my paper crinkler, and then I'll do a little bit of weathering on them just to add some age. Alright, I got the base completed. I got the 3/8 by 3/8 square stock glued and pin nailed all the way around the perimeter of the 3/4 inch plywood base. That gives me a nice little lip to glue and pin nail the posts around the perimeter when I get to that step. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Subscribe to the channel to keep up and monitor progress on our sawmill build series. Thanks for watching, and happy railroading.